the video that we watched, the problem of thirst is a very real problem in many places around the world. And one of the biggest problems with the problem of thirst is getting water to those that need it. Now, we've been looking at robotics and doing different stuff with Lego robotics. We're gonna tie in two things today to make this a problem that has to do with thirst and with how to make robotics work to make thirst less of a problem in the world. So with that in mind, we need to look at something about people. We need to know what people need to survive. Water survival amounts. To survive, a person needs 2.5 to 3 liters of water every day. That's just bare minimum survival. Now raise your hand if you've ever been thirsty. Have you ever been thirsty? All right. Has anybody ever been thirsty and not had any water to drink, like all day? You ever had that happen? Okay. Has anybody been really thirsty and not had any water to drink for 2 days? Okay. But there are people in the world where this situation arises. They might be, they're thirsty. A day passes, no water. 2 days passes, no water. 3 days pass, no water. You begin to get into a medical emergency. So 2.5 to 3 liters of water per day is what the average person needs to survive. Now we can take that with hygiene as well. Hygiene means cleaning yourself and the proper care that you need for your body. 2 to 6 liters of water per day is what the average person needs to have proper hygiene. And then also people will cook with water as well, and to do that you're going to need 3 to 6 liters of water per day. So to get what a person needs per day, you're looking at a pretty good amount of water. All right, and we know, again, according to the video that we watched, that is a major problem, especially in areas that have been affected by disaster. So we got to solve the first problem, all right, of water, and that is, how do we get drinkable water to people that need it? And in order to get drinkable water to the people that need it, we have one option. We could take the water to them, and that's traditionally the way that it's done. People load trucks, fill them up with water, and haul and take the water either in bottles of water or tanks of water or however, and take the drinkable water to the people that need it. So on your table, you've got a graphic organizer that talks about transporting water. Okay? If you will, make sure everybody at your table gets one of those papers of transporting water. And I want you to look at the first one first, and it says transporting water positives. Okay? And we're going to look at these different solutions one by one, and I want you to list out as many as you can think of on your graphic organizer, and then we'll discuss them, the positive solutions that can come from transporting water. What needs are being met? How can transporting water be a positive? Is it easier to transport water to people? Is it more difficult to transport water to people? What good things can come from transporting water? I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to 1 minute just to brainstorm and list the things that you could come up with that are positive regarding transporting water. So if you'll go ahead and do that now, and I will time you. You got about 10 seconds before we start the next part. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, it's okay if you did not fill out every single part at this point, because you will get there through our discussion. Let me ask you this question, okay? On your paper as well, you have another section another graphic organizer that asks you to list the difficulties of transporting water. So I want you to do that before we move on to our discussion. I want you to list out on that paper the difficulties in transporting water. I'm going to get my smart board to come back on.